follow me on this one. Rave! How about that? How about that? Goddamn, this is what the hell we do. Let's smoke our, let's talk our, the Raiders goddamn way. Let's do it.
It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Give me a stack, I'ma turn it to some racks. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That be a fact, I bled it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me in, but I've been down since the 90s. You with the black hole, homie, don't try me. Raiders won't keep some say that we grind me. But we bring the revenue every time we grind it. Third and summon, Wallace tongue. Brent Fro caught it and now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden on Davis and all of the
ill intent, violence, physicality, execution.
Raider Nation, what's going on? It's your boy Chris with Protect the Show podcast, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. And y'all know this. Man, I got my boy in the building, man. Wanted to talk about this good old public practice that we had yesterday, man. But before we get to my boy, shout out to the Shield Squad, always showing up, man, and showing love. Got my boy Raider Ryan in the building, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Got my boy SoCal Sal in the building, man. What's going on? Got 1/4 of TRS, Leo, Cheeto Linus. What's up, my guy? Got Danny C in the building. Salute to you. I got the first lady of TRS. Got Myra G in the building. What's going on, man? So I appreciate everybody that is in the building, man. But let me get my boy in here. Angelo, what's going on, my guy? How you doing, Raider Transplant?
Man, I gotta tell you, Chris, I just gotta say this to Shield Squad. You are just the coolest content creator out there, man. It just keeps getting better. And what I really love about your format, your show, and we've known each other for a while now, Chris, is I just see it naturally grow. Right? Like naturally grassroots. You're not trying too hard. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I'm not throwing no shade or hate on any of the content creators out there, but I feel like the way I see you, and I think the reason why so many people connect with you, Chris, is you're just like one of us.
For sure.
You just happen to be having a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how I want it to be, man. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I got crazy opinions, crazy takes, man.
Yeah. No, I love this new format. So I'm starting to understand it now. This is very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Love to see the Shield Squad up in here. So I'm pretty sure Myra G's younger than me, but for all of y'all who want to know, if you're either calling her Tita Myra or you're calling her Ate Myra, depending on your age difference. But I'm older than her. So.
Filipino, there we go.
Filipino, baby. Filipino.
So she said, hey, was that pare?
Yeah, pare is what I would call you, Chris. Like pare is like saying you're my homie. Like you're my dog, you're my dude, right? Like
pare.
that.
All right.
Yeah, pare. But like, for example, I'm pretty sure Myra, because she looks really young, I'm pretty sure I'm older than her. So in traditional Filipino, she'd call me kuya, right?
Okay.
So people that are younger than her would call her ate. Unless they're like little kids, then they'd call her tita.
Okay. That's what's up, man. A little history lesson. That's what's up, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through, man. But let's get to it, man. Actually, there's some more people, man. It's like Myra in the building. Got my brother, the Raider rundown. He said, Chris, what's the deal? Angelo, my guy, back on the screen. Yeah, I had to get Angelo back, man. He been hiding. I had to get him back. Shout out to Myra. She said, hell yeah, Angelo. Chris, don't be faking the funk. Yeah, I try to keep it real, man. You either like me or don't. It's all good either way, man. You know, I'm here, though. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. But shout out to everybody, man. So, but yeah, man. So let's get to it, man. So the biggest thing I wanted to talk to you about is, you know, for one, plenty times we talk about just kind of your journey, with the whole transplant lifestyle. Well, I won't say lifestyle, but I mean, it's just your way of life now,
Yeah.
it's much different. So, and one thing about you, you love the Raiders just like all of us, man. You bleed silver and black. And unfortunately, you can't go to the games like you used to, man. So when I found out that you were able to go to the open practice yesterday, I thought that was so cool. For one, I was happy for you because I could only, we were texting back and forth, and I can just tell the joy, by just seeing your videos, just talking to you. I'm like, man, something that maybe seemed small to some, because I even remember hearing some fans like, I'm not gonna go to that. It's only a practice. But then just getting that feeling from you, man, you had a damn ball for one. And I just want to kind of talk about that experience, man. So kind of take me in the beginning. Like you had some special guests with you. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, no. So first off, Chris, so as you know, and we've talked, and you guys just keep going back to Protect the Shield, rewatch the shows. They're all fun. We've talked about this before, how the transplant doctors, because the way they're managing my care, because there's no liver transplant centers anywhere in Nevada, is careful is always better than trying to go take chances. So I remember earlier this year, you and I were talking, and I had a chance to get front row seats to the Benavidez fight.
You told me that.
Doctors then told me, nah, man, there's no way we're allowing you to do none of that. You haven't hit that 2-year mark yet. But they said, when you hit the 2-year mark, talk to us again.
Yeah.
So I hit the 2-year mark, bro, last month successfully, right? Did it all good. I got my my lady actually got me. People find this funny. This is one of my new transplant shirts. It says, "Transplant scars are sexy." So
I love it. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, no. So I said, hey, we're going into my 25th month. Can I go to the open practice? And the way I sold them on it, Chris, is I said, I talked to the representatives, and they told me they'd only given out 25 to maybe 30,000 seats. So first of all, the Raiders didn't pass out that many tickets.
That's true. Yeah,
right?
That's true.
So that's already half the capacity.
Yeah.
And out of that half of the capacity, this is the first time the Raiders are doing this, right?
Yeah.
But it's on a Wednesday, man. People got to work. You know what I'm saying? So how many people will show up? We don't know, right? Me personally, I honestly think, and you'd have to ask some of the other people who were there, I think it was between, I don't know, 20,000 people. So that's not so bad. And when you saw the videos I was sending you, Chris, and the pictures, you saw how the crowd was kind of spread out, right?
Yeah.
So since the crowd's kind of spread out, and I'm wearing my mask, and like I got all of my hand, I'm doing everything right. So I did all the protocols, and honestly, I got to tell you, Chris, it's one of these things where, like you said, most people who maybe get to do this a lot, all right, they take just that for granted. Yeah. And you and I always talk about how when someone's told you that you're going to die, and then all of a sudden you get a miracle,
shit gets real. Shit gets real.
Everything is a luxury. Like everything. Like me talking to you right now is a luxury. Yeah. Because you just don't know. And the reason why I haven't been around for so long, rundown, guys, I'm sorry, is I've been doing so many tests, man. Endocrinologist, this and all these that I got to do a DEXA scan in 5 days. You know what I mean? Like there's all of these tests because I'm still living what you said, the transplant life. Yeah. So when I can have the moment to live a Raider life,
do it.
Bro, it is the coolest thing. So do it. So first off, let me tell you, there was I was surprised. I was surprised. First off, I was surprised at how many people flew in or drove down from Cali. Cali. Yeah. Because if you think about it, man, it's on a Wednesday. So you're going to just come in and come out. But there are a lot of people that did that. They flew in, Spirit or whatever. However they can get here, they came in and then they left that night. So that was cool. So I saw a lot of outside people. And then the other thing, Chris, that was cool was there were a lot of locals that really got to go too. So traffic was pretty bad. It reminded me at least a little bit of what it used to be like in Oakland. You know, when you're trying to get to the game, and then the traffic is there, right? So that was cool. And then man, the support was really cool. There's some things that I will want to say to you, like I need you guys. I need like Shield Squad to be there, or I need you, Chris, to start or something, because they still don't. I feel like the crowd still doesn't get that. Even if Antonio Pierce isn't the one trying to rev you up, if anyone says, does the chant, the call, Raiders, you got to respond, man. And I felt like as I was walking at the end, there were so many excited people, like little kids, and they were doing Raiders. And I'm like the only one, me and my wife are like the only ones responding back. And I'm like, y'all gotta, you gotta get that energy out. So I know that that's some of the complaints. It's not the same as like how it was in Oakland, but again, realize everyone, we're trying to build, right, Chris? I mean, we haven't even had Chris here yet. We haven't even had Turf and Leo and Rundown for the party yet, So we're just building right now. We're building.
Yeah, for sure. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate you guys showing love, man. Got my boy Raider Nation Jason, so my boy Nutty Raider Nate in the building, Alpha Kasi in the building, Hit Stick Stepper. There's a lot of y'all in here, man.
Hey, Chris, Alpha Kasi is the winner of the Olympics, because all everybody keeps talking about is that Australian breakdancer.
I know, and I bet that's how he break dances too. I bet that's how his big ass be breakdancing. I gotta see that, Alpha Kasi. So, salute though, man. And my boy Severe Raider in the building, man. Got my boy D Menace in the building, man. So I appreciate all the love, man. Appreciate you guys stopping through. Raider Docs, D Rocks in the building. Appreciate you coming through, man. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up for me, man. Hit the thumbs up for sure.
Yeah.
But
hey, Chris, so then just I want to kind of paint this picture to everyone, right? So this is the first time I'm coming back since the January 9th, 2022 game, which was Raiders Chargers, right? Timeout. Then we kick, we go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
we send them home, right? Haven't been back since, obviously, because of the liver transplant recovery. And I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is, if obviously I believe in God, but whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever. My mom even said, man, that was crazy. That was meant to be. That was God's plan right there. So we parked the car on J Lot, Chris, right?
Okay.
And then I got Alpha Kasi. I'm bringing my mom, who has never been to Allegiant Stadium.
Okay.
Now I'm familiar with it. I know how to do the tour. Like, you don't got to give that $100. I'll give you the tour. I'll tell you where the restaurants are. So anyway, as soon as we park the car, we're walking out, and I see this. He felt like he was a dad with his daughter and his friend, and he was doing the dad thing. He's taking pictures of his daughter, so I could tell like maybe it's her first time. So then what you guys do, and you would do this, Chris, is I went, hey man, you want me to take a picture of all of you guys so that you can get it? So then totally took the picture, and he was like, oh wow, that's great. So then I take a couple of pictures of my mom, and then he goes, hey, no, I can, let me take a picture of both of you. So then I say to him, I said, yeah, man, this is my mom. It's her first time here. And this guy goes, dude, that's your mom. And it's funny, Chris, because I know, Myra, I look old for Filipino. I know all of us usually look younger than we're supposed to, but I've had a lot of stress between the Raiders losing so damn much and all kinds of other medical scares that I look older. Me and my mom probably look like we're close to the same age. So obviously he couldn't believe it. And, takes the picture, and then we're doing the walk. And, everybody, all the Raider people are cool. We end up meeting each other at the gate. Then he says to me, hey, so I noticed you're wearing the Transplant Strong shirt. Are you a transplant? And I said, yeah, 2 years. I just hit it. This is my first time back. And he goes, guess what, brother? I'm 4 years right now.
Wow.
4 years as a heart transplant, Chris. 4 years as a. So I want to give a shout out to Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You guys can follow him at I want to get it right. He's so cool and so nice. I am DJ C Rod. You guys can follow him on Instagram. And yeah, man, like the fact that how is it possible, Chris, that the first fan that I meet outside of the car, who I just happen to be helping take a picture of, right?
Yeah.
He's a heart transplant, bro. Like the transplant community is so small. So what are the chances of me actually meeting?
Crazy. That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying it was almost like God gifted for us to
meet,
right? So then like we get in the arena. I'm recording it, so I'm showing it to you, like Chris. Like I got some other videos that are hella funny too, but I'm showing it. And my mom's like super excited. And what's funny, guys, is so my mom, she's if you see the picture, you won't believe it. But she's 70. She just turned 71 this year. Yeah. And usually people that are older, their patience are a little lower, right? So we're in the heat. Right, it's really hot in Vegas. You're in the traffic, heading to the arena because she's been in Las Vegas since 1990. So she was sitting there. She was like, "See, look what they did to our city. It used to not be right." All right, so it's funny, but again, man, this is just Filipino talk. You know what I'm talking about, Myra. This is just Filipino moms, man. This is just how they are. Chris, dude, by the end of it. After I toured her, I had her sitting at the Coors Light seats. I taking pictures at the plane. You saw that picture with her and the Coors Light stuff, right? At the end, she was like, "You know what? I would
not so bad,
really love to come to the game."
Not so bad.
So then I was like asking her. I said, "Okay, Mom, let me ask you because I'm already thinking ahead. Like, if you did want to go to the game, where would you like to sit?" So she kind of made her choices, and it was interesting, Chris. From her perspective, because she loved the energy of the crowd. She loved it, like when Antonio Pierce was giving the speech. And remember, I showed it to you, and you even said you got goosebumps.
Oh, because we're going to play it.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it's the energy when he did the speech and when Max was coming out, like it was so dope, man. They were introducing the players. And again, this is just practice, man. We're talking about practice, Chris. And the crowd was
Allen Iverson voice. Yeah.
That crowd was so hyped. So when she heard that roar, and if that roar, let's say, is 20,000, you could only imagine what a roar must be if it's 60,000.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So so she felt that energy. And when you can take someone who's never been there and they can feel that love and they can feel that energy, right? Bro, it turns them from damn, these tickets are hell of expensive to, you know what? maybe I can try to. And I think, bro, that's what Sandra Douglas Morgan and Antonio Pierce were really thinking about. Is they were saying to themselves, I love her too. She's a finance genius, really.
She is, man.
Because if you think about it, Chris, for us locals, right? And maybe the ones who aren't locals, but definitely for us locals, them prices are hella high. Like for real, okay? Yeah. They're not like going to the Oakland Coliseum where back in them days, it wasn't as hard to go, "No, Chris, I got you, man. I got your ticket. Don't worry about it.
There's none of that going on now.
It's like, well, Chris, I could either buy you a 75-foot screen TV or
right.
or I can have you in the game with me. So the tickets are not that high, but I think in the Raiders administration, they were thinking, well, why don't we just open it up to the fans, to the people that can come, so they can at least get this Allegiant experience, and then they could decide for themselves. So that's why I was asking you, Chris, when you've been to Allegiant, what parts of it have you been around, and what were like your favorite parts, and then kind of like your not so favorite parts?
So I've done the tour twice. So I've done the tour twice, and the first time I did it was amazing. Well, actually, they both were amazing because the first time I did it, Gruden was still there, and during the tour, once you go in the locker room, his little hologram comes up, and he was like had this little pep talk, and it was fiery. It was fire, a fiery pep talk. So then after Gruden got fired, I'm like, man, what's gonna happen? Because that was my favorite part of the whole tour. So when I did it again, what was last year, they had Woodson doing it. That's my guy. So that's my, that's my favorite player, man, in college, and so I absolutely love that part of the tour. But as far as just a stadium as a whole, it's just well lit. It's just, I love everything about it, man. Like the temperature's right. It's spacious. Like, it's not like, you go to some stadiums, specifically like when I used to go to the Browns games, my dad back in the day, it just always seemed like you're just crowded all the time. I feel like Vegas, you have like room, like it's real roomy, to me. But overall, I just love the stadium as a whole, man. I can't say there's any spots that I don't like. The bathroom setup's cool, especially compared to how Oakland was. They have plenty of food and drink options. So I can't really say there's anything that I don't like.
I'm glad you said that, Chris, because that's kind of how I felt with my mom being there for the first time, is where I think people forget that you're paying. The Allegiant Stadium is the show.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Like
it's show, you get a concert.
Yeah, exactly. Like they do so many different things to keep you engaged. So really, when you're thinking about that price ticket, whether you're going to pay $300 or whatnot, it's really about being in that arena. And what I would want to say to the Raider Nation is, so imagine in your head if we could replicate the energy fandom of the Oakland, and then put that into this beautiful arena. If we could somehow like finally do that this year, I think we would be the most unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like, they talk about Seattle and how that's like the 12th man.
Yeah.
I think we're way better. Just the crowd that was there for free, they were so loud, bro. It was so cool. And like, you're right. Like, I get it. You're paying stadium prices, but you're paying stadium prices anyways, no matter what, like, don't complain about it. And you're right. There's a lot of different food options that you can go to, and just even walking around, right? I'll tell you another thing that I really like too is the people, obviously, like the people that were there, the other fans, they were very engaging. They were super nice, right? Like there wasn't really a punk or they were really like super nice overall. But the staff, bro, was like almost like Disneyland, like.
Yeah,
they would engage
with
the kids. They would engage with the adults. They were helping, people with wheelchairs. Like so I was like, damn, this is a real, just like what pumped me up about it is Antonio Pierce said he wasn't just trying to coach the team. He was trying to coach the whole culture. And he wanted everything to be right. The food got to taste right. So you could even feel that from the staff, something as little as guest services, and then the way they treat you, right?
Yeah,
like that was so cool, man. So I thought that was really neat. And then here's another one for you. So again, this is the first time they've ever done this. Never done it before. I want to shout this guy out. When I was getting my mom to her seat, I wanted to show her like the different views. So I want to say like at section 120 or 119, this guy was there. You know him, I think, Chris. So he goes by Raider Chaos.
Yeah.
And he put the whole gear and everything, and he was taking pictures with the kids and you know what? Like that's what I'm saying. Like again, to me, I felt like Raider Chaos was there for the fans. You know what I mean?
A lot of the super fans are, a lot of super fans, like Raider Penguin and all them guys. And
But I mean, so guys, check out Raider Chaos on Instagram. But he was super cool. Like it almost felt like he was a part of the tour just by him being there. So that was a really cool experience. And then I'll be honest with you, Chris, in the first half of the practices, I was so busy with mom because you got to take care of mom, man. So I really wanted to get mom the best experience. So it wasn't until my lady got there, and then mom couldn't stay the whole way because she got ballroom dancing because she just won them ballroom contest. So she
Your
got
mom's
another
fire,
one coming
man.
up in
Your mom is
December,
fire.
man.
Your
So
mom is
yeah,
fire.
so mom had to leave. My lady gets there, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Now I can just chill, right? So right away, bro, we head to the club, the Modelo Club. If you've never been in it,
Yeah.
one time try to sneak in.
Yeah.
You know,
fire.
Turf always be getting in there somehow.
Oh yeah, he be in there eating good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I talked to, I didn't know this, Chris, and I don't know if you knew this, but I talked to one of the reps for that area. They said one of the reasons why people like those kind of like C-section club level tickets is I didn't know that food was included. Like it's an all.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't know that, Chris.
That's why Turf loves it.
I had no idea that you could just be like chilling, and then like you said, the temperature was cool. And if you want to have like just that cool kind of feeling like a luxury vibe, you can have it. And then, but you could also have just the I want to be out in the crowd vibe, right?
For sure.
So that was really cool. And then hey, no shade on second or third level. In all honesty, guys, if you haven't been there yet, try to come to the open practice on Tuesday. They're doing another one. And there is really, honestly, no bad seats in that stadium. Like, even if you're at the very top, Chris, because I remember me and my brother went to the highest one back in 2022 just for fun, because we were saying to ourselves, would it really be worth it? And we sat on them just for fun. And then we said to ourselves, I would buy these. If these were open, I would buy them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So again, a very, very fun overall experience. And again, maybe I'm overselling it to you guys because I almost died and I'm back. But
no, honestly, and that's why I brought you on, man. Because I like you again. I felt the energy talking to you, man. Like you were like at a, like you were like me at a candy store or a bakery or something, So you definitely had a good time, man. And
I got some good bakeries for you, Chris, when you come here. You know that, right?
I can't wait,
I gotta
man.
give you the foodie tour, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there week 4, man. Week 4. It's going down. It's going down. But let's talk about, well, actually, you know what I want to do first? I want to play that video of AP and his little speech, man. I was fired up just listening to it, man. So I'm gonna play that real quick, just for those who didn't get a chance to see it. But AP is just a natural leader, man. Just he talks, he's so purely authentic, man. And that's why I like him so much, man. Because like I always say that like Gruden was that guy I felt like his personality was kind of scripted or manufactured in a way. And again, I don't want to compare them two, but it's just like AP, like that's just who he is, man. And he doesn't try to be pretty about it. He's just authentically him, and I love it, man. So I'm about to play it.
And you guys showed up. These guys are ready to show up. Pretty sure everybody coming out to support us watching from training camp with this practice. Hope you can enjoy and see these guys work over the next 2 hours. More importantly, it's a great opportunity to see us. Let's get back and say thank you for all your support, your energy, your passion, your love. That's what fills these guys throughout the practice. Make sure we make some goddamn noise. And say it one more time.
What do you think, Mama?
Woohoo! Shout out to Mama too. Shout out to Mama. Shout out to Mama.
Those are the Coors Light seats, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, I keep hearing that you can win those somehow. Is that true? You can win the Coors Light seats?
Probably.
If you're like a credit card.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
But man, I love everything about that, man. You hear AP talk, and then right after that, they play some Eazy-E, bro.
Yeah.
They play some Eazy-E. It's I'm telling you, man. I don't care what nobody say, but this culture that he's built, that's just my man. You can't. It's just, that's who we are, man. And no matter what, that's who we are. I know we don't win a lot of games, but if we don't win a lot of games, but at least still keep our culture, I can at least deal with it. But us not having our culture and losing games, that was even worse. So
yeah, no, that was tough, and
yeah.
you could feel it turning, Chris.
Oh
You
my
could
God.
feel the energy
Oh my
really turning,
Yeah.
bro. And again, the friendliness of everyone, right? It's almost
Yeah.
like we're finally getting that togetherness back.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much the division, no matter how much we argue about Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell. So
Yeah, but that's minor though. That's minor.
no, very
you know?
minor, very minor. Now I know I sent you that clip where I did, like I said, when I was with my lady, I finally got to watch them actually practicing, and they were doing so. What they were doing in those drills, and then I got some longer ones too. But what they were doing in those drills is they were doing 2-minute. You're behind. You need to get into the touchdown. So they were really going at it. Like if you even notice, like Max Crosby's nose was kind of like cut a little bit from the practice, like they were going at it. And there was at one point, Chris, there was one play that Aiden O'Connell made, and he like threw it to I think it was Lobby. He threw like this past the Lobby, but it was slick. Like, and then Max like dubbed him up, like, oh, okay, that was, that's really good. So now I got to go hard at you, man, because I got to watch it with my own eyes, right? Look,
I know what you're about to say.
Here's what I'm going to say
about
Gardner.
Say.
Here's what I'm going to say about Gardner Minshew, because I know you love my analogies when I compare them to people, right? So let's just say if I was talking about boxing styles, right? Here's the thing about Gardner Minshew, right?
Oh my.
Gardner Minshew is exciting because he's kind of like Teofimo Lopez, right? Where he's an exciting guy. He's very athletic. He can do flips and he can do different styles, but is he really the best champion at that weight class, right? Like he's good, but he's not like, it's a little unconvincing in some terms. And that's what I saw out of Gardner Minshew, both in terms of the Vikings game and the practice. In the practice, Chris.
And now you're about to tell me that Aiden O'Connell is Muhammad Ali. That's what you're about to tell me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
That's what you're going to tell me. But I
won't say Muhammad Ali. Although I want to shout out Big Daddy Jose. Just out of the blue, man. He sends I see this package at my house, and I'm like, man, from Jose Delgado. Okay. I opened it. He got me a Muhammad Ali shirt, bro. Just because. I mean, that's how cool he is, man. And from back in the Oakland days.
There's not a better guy out there than Jose, man. There's not a better guy out there.
Man, just awesome. So shout out to Big Daddy Jose. But no, Chris. So what I was saying is there was even one pass that Gardner Minshew threw, and I'm sure everybody who either videotaped it or were there inside, Gardner Minshew threw the pass. It was basically intercepted, Chris. Like
I heard about that.
Okay.
I heard about that.
And it just whatever luck, or you call it whatever it just
it's a
happens
Minshew, it's a Minshew mania. That's what it was.
It just happens to slip out. And then Jacoby caught it. And it was a completion for like 20 yards or whatever, right?
Gotta make plays, baby. You gotta make plays.
Now I'll say this too, Chris. So what was crazy is when we were sitting, so the guy to my right that was sitting with us, he was coming from Fresno. And check this out, Chris. This is how crazy it was, like the day. Like, how am I also now sitting to a guy who his stepdad is also a transplant when we were talking? Then the people in front of me, when she heard me and him talking, the lady in front of me looks at me and goes, oh my God, you're a liver transplant? My mom's a liver transplant. And she's 3 years right now. Like, it's just crazy, Chris. Like I'm telling you, it's almost like if I think like in a lot of ways, whatever energy you choose to put out when you get that stadium, that's the energy you're going to get back. So if you're all like angry about it, or you're mad that we're losing, then you're not really helping it, right? You should just be positive in everything that you see. So in being positive about Gardner Minshew, what I will say again is, do I think he could be the starter? Absolutely. I saw him winning games for the Colts. Our team, I believe, is better than them.
Angelo, I'm not about to have you being on here 45 minutes bashing my boy, man.
No, I'm not. I promise. Okay. I do, but I saw how well he had the ability to outrun certain things. Okay. Like doing
certain things like Lyman chasing him.
Yeah. Okay. True. But there were but again, there are plays that Gardner Minshew, no matter when he was coming out from college to now, he's just not built that way. He's
No, I
a
agree.
little he's a little closer to Ryan Fitzpatrick in terms of like just accuracy sometimes, or you know what I mean? And then also, and again, not to knock that he's short, because Doug Flutie was short, but that shortness for Gardner Minshew doesn't help him sometimes, because then when dudes are in front of him, they can like time it and they jump on top of his pat and then they kind of tip it. So I'm just saying, like, it's nothing too big. Like I said,
I get what you're saying. I know where you're staying, man.
Right.
I know where you're staying.
Okay, so
get to the butt. Get to the butt.
No. I'm trying to be positive.
Give me the punchline. Give me the.
I'm trying to be positive. So what I want to say to everyone before y'all start attacking me is, if Gardner Minshew is the starter, I'm totally down for it. If we're gonna hand him the keys, I'm down for it. But part of the reason why I'm down for it is because I know that whoever that backup is, he's going to show out. Like, if you make Aiden the backup, I think just like what he did for us last year, he's going to be better as the backup to take over if need be. So if that's what Antonio Pierce wants to do, I'm all good with it. What I am saying to the people listening right now is,
come on,
I don't think it's an accident that during the whole practice, it felt like Antonio Pierce was kind of trying to already show everyone that I'm gonna go Aiden O'Connell's direction, because there were a lot of plays to Aiden. He was throwing to the starting unit. The timing was getting really good. You know, like I'm telling you, man. Like, and again, so my boxer comparison, so that we stay within the division. All right,
Jesus.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this is, I think the reason why a lot of you guys who don't like the idea of Aiden O'Connell starting for us is the same as a lot of you guys who don't really like Shakur Stevenson. See, the thing is, Shakur Stevenson, he's extremely accurate. He plays it very safe. He doesn't really like to be a gunslinger. He doesn't gamble, but
I get where you're going.
He wins the games, right?
And it's not fun to look at.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though. But man, them throws were pretty, Chris. There were throws that were so pretty, and watching it live, by the way, it was really cool in the 50-yard line. But like, I really became even more of a fan seeing Aiden throw. Like, I was like, oh shit! Like, wow, he's really good. Like, that's not just TV good. He really can sling that ball. You know, like, so I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Whatever happens. Shout out the rundown. He said, Chris hate to hear AOC's about to start. The thing is, if whoever the starter is, I am going to back them, of course. Now, I may not put as much money on my parlays, but I'm still going to back them. I'm still going to cheer. I'm still going to be happy. But no, I mean, I love seeing those highlights that I saw of Aiden dotting them up. I love, he was really doing that. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. Just like I tell everyone, that's supposed to be his superpower, because he's not mobile. He can't really move that much. So he has to be able to dot people up. That's why I had such a problem when, I'm looking at the notes of the practices, not that practice you went to, just overall, with the training camp, is you're hearing, Gardner throws interception, AOC throws intercept. Like, you're hearing both of them are throwing intercept. Like, they both are like bad. And my thing is, like, one thing I know about Gardner, once the lights come on, that's when he plays better. But if that is his superpower, is being accurate, I shouldn't be hearing no interceptions. Like, that's your superpower. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Yeah. And so it's just like if he was Steph Curry, like if you're Steph Curry and then all of a sudden, like, you're missing all your 3-pointers, it's like that's your superpower. Well, maybe not Curry, because he can do other things, but like back in the day, like a Dan Marley or something, it's like,
I understand.
Yeah, it's like,
I
that's
get what you're
supposed
saying.
to do.
Like you want him to, like a Glenn Rice, like you.
Yeah, like that's your thing. Yeah,
that's your thing.
Yeah,
all right. So, but But the thing to me, whenever and I've heard it run down to when Chris does it, when Chris talks like this, the irony is that you're comparing a second-year player to Gardner Minshew, who's been in the NFL for a while, man. Jaguars, Colts, and now the Raiders.
But
so the fact that
he's been a journeyman, he's been a journeyman that hasn't really had the opportunity. But truth be told, if our culture, like if we weren't so screwed up, Aiden O'Connell was supposed to start off as a journeyman. Like, no matter what you guys want to say, Aiden, I don't think was ever drafted to be like the next big guy for us. I don't think so. Me personally, like he was maybe a project that we could have developed slowly. I think that was the plan. I don't think it was ever meant to,
Tom Brady was the plan. Tom Brady was the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Aiden was going to be kind of like, I'm going to learn.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why, so Aiden, like I don't try to put too much on him because it's like this wasn't the plan for him. The plan was, sit back behind one of the greats, learn how to be great. And then we can slowly, get you ready, maybe a 2-3 year plan, then you'll be ready. So, but I know everybody thinks I hate on Aiden. I really don't.
I don't think,
Chris, I just have a preference. That's all.
I'm gonna back you up, Chris. I've been talking to Chris about this for a while now, guys. He does not hate Aiden O'Connell. That's not.
I don't hate him.
He doesn't. It's kind of like what happened is Chris showed up. And like he got awarded this car. That's a good car. That's a nice car. But it's like it wasn't the car he was excited about. He was excited about a different car.
Yeah, it's like
so
I'll take it. I'll take it if it's free. I'll take it.
That's kind of where Chris sees it. It's kind of like look, like I just said this recently to a couple of people where I said, wow, Telesco might have really like hit some home runs already in his first year, but what do you think about Glaze, man? Because I mean, I'm not trying to make this comparison, so don't start hating me, chat room. But
okay, hold on. Before you say it, let me think. Just me knowing you, you're gonna call him what the next Art Shell? Is that where you going?
I wasn't gonna say the next Art Shell, but I was gonna make the comparison that Art Shell was a 3rd round pick, Glaze is a 3rd round pick.
Oh
I'm just, and I didn't think Glaze would be as good as he looks too, man.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed though. I'm impressed. I mean, the thing is, we always heard about his pass blocking. I mean, he was rated high about that, with that, and I do want to still see more of him, with the run blocks and being able to really move people instead of going back and pass protect. But from what I see, I mean, he has great feet, but I don't want to see him on the left side because that one play was a disaster.
Yes, yeah, no, Chris. But at the right side, if you put Mumford on the left and put him on the right, bro,
yeah, Mumford.
I mean, he's a big body. Like I was surprised. Chris. I thought he would do like good, but project good. I didn't think he could possibly become a starter good. Like I
never even considered it. Yeah, I never because me personally, I wanted to keep Illuminor, and I know Illuminor, he had a lot of mental lapses and stuff like that, but I thought Illuminor was serviceable. But then I was like, okay, if we have to depend on Thayer, I see potential in Thayer. He showed some promise, and he's a swing, so he can play either side. So I was like, okay, I can rock with it. But then Glaze, I was just like, well, he's going to be a project, kind of like Aiden, maybe in a couple years but for this guy to come in already, hold his own against Max. I mean, I know Max got him back like that next day, but anyone that can hold their own against Max, sign me up, man. Sign me up.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. And then some other guys too, like I mean, this is me just seeing it from up close, but Lobby's fun, man. Dylan Lobby is a fun, like, I'm not gonna try to tell y'all that he's gonna be the next Christian McCaffrey, but he got some qualities. I'll say that. He's pretty fun, Chris. Like coming up the backfield, making some of those catches.
But I do want to see it though, because I just don't want him to be like that urban legend kind of how some other running backs have become. But he seems legit though. I think a lot of us, we've been hearing so much great things about him that we expected, like, as soon as he touched the ball on Saturday, he was going to break, and he didn't have no opportunity. I mean, his
he
blocking
wasn't
wasn't
behind
good.
you got to put him in the starting lineup because
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
him on the practice, you
yeah,
can really see that explosiveness. So
yeah,
I want to see him behind like the first team, and
yeah,
then let's see how well he does, right? And this isn't like a slight to Zamir White or Madison. I'm just saying, like, I already know what Zamir could do, which, by the way, Chris, in some of our past shows, you and I have talked about this. Remember when you said you thought that Raiders were going to run zone, right? More because of Getsy.
yeah,
But didn't you see them run a few gaps? And I thought they were going to run gap, like, because Zamir White runs better at gap.
yeah,
Madison
yeah.
runs better at gap. So that's what I'm saying is I think, like, Lobby should get some plays just so that we can see, well, how well does he do at zone, right? Like, so he was really cool to watch. It's going to be hard to cut some of these receivers, man, because they're pretty fun to watch, the receivers that we got.
I was looking at the depth chart, man. I'm surprised they had what's his Ramel so far back. And I'm trying to think. I think they had what's his name, Guyton, pretty far back as well.
Yeah.
So I was surprised he was that far back, just knowing that he was a Telesco guy, from the Chargers. So but yeah, let's talk about, I know we touched on the quarterbacks. But yeah, how did you feel just seeing the running backs? How did Zeus look?
I mean, I like, again, like, it's what we already know. You know what I mean, Chris? Like, like, I know that's a Crown Victoria, or I know that's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's a Lincoln Navigator. Like, you already know what they can do.
Will he be a difference maker?
I think the running back by committee is going to have to be, and I don't think we're going to have like one bell cow back, just because when they were running some of those 2 tight end offenses and stuff, like, I think, honestly, man, if you're playing fantasy, y'all, Brock Bowers might be one of them ones, like, might want to get.
Brock is, I'm telling you, man, Brock is sick, man. I'm telling you, the moment we got rid of Waller, my mind straight went to, like, man, we got to get Brock Bowers in 2 years. And that's why I was kind of upset that we got Michael Mayer that next year, because I'm like, because to me, Mike is like mid, and I know Leo ain't gonna like that. And I hope he becomes better. But I was always like, you know that one meme when you're like walking with your girl and then you're looking at that's I was like, man, Brock Bowers. But now that, hey, we got Brock, so it's all good, man.
Turf's happy now. He's not as upset anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, so, Turf. I'll never forget that. I would never forget Turf at draft. And I'm not saying any of us were like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
no, all of us were. Yeah,
we were just like trying to digest it. But my man Turf was looking for a flight back to Texas that night. If he could have found one, Turf was out of there, man.
Yeah, no, he was. And to be fair, like, for a fact, Chris, that I was all in on Fuaga, which, by the way, y'all, is the starting left tackle rookie year for the Saints. So it ain't because of him that Derek Carr's throwing bad balls.
That was your guy too. I'm curious to see how Fuaga does, though. But honestly, I think at no point will I have a sense of regret, especially.
If Glaze,
because we found Glaze,
yeah.
That makes, like, I swear, if Glaze becomes a starter,
Art Shell, baby,
I'm telling you, if he becomes a starter, I really think that we got. I mean, as long as we produce on the field, I think Telesco has to be looked at as executive of the year.
Yeah.
If you get 3 starters,
because Chris, because you told me this. You said, hey, if those first 3 picks all become starters this year at any given point too, all right, at any given point they become starters, and then they run being the starters all the way to the playoffs. Dude, did Telesco just get us Dave Casper, Gene Upshaw, and
Oh.
Art Shell of the future. I'm just throwing it out there, bro.
I know,
because
man. See, see, I'm always with you until you start doing these comparisons, man.
No, but you're right though, right? Like,
But
did
I get what
any
you're
of
saying,
us
though.
really expect any of them to really be the starter this year?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, no, for sure. Because like me personally, like I knew Brock, and I know Brock's going to be that guy. JPJ's back. You know how I felt about JPJ. That was my guy.
That's your guy, man.
Yeah, that was my guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, if we can get Glaze to do his thing, and then at least get some contribution from Richardson. I like the measurables of him, but it's like, yeah, I know he needs the. Yeah,
You're starting to see it now too, right, Chris? Like, it's like you should be better, like measurable wise. You should be performing better than what you are. But again, it could be just rookie. The
thing is, I think someone like him is going to be more of a strategic play or piece where he's going to go against some of those taller receivers who don't have necessarily that lateral movement. Like I know that they don't have, I know Chargers don't have like Mike Williams anymore and all that, but remember they used to have like them big, tall receiver. Denver has, they still have Sutton, and they got Patrick, and I think they got a new guy that's real tall. So like something like that, where just from a matchup standpoint, like let's just put someone long on their big receiver, it may help. I don't know. He has to develop, but I'll tell you what, though, I know we haven't had a chance to talk. What I tell you about Ja'Cory Bennett?
You did.
What did I tell you about Ja'Cory Bennett?
Hey, man, all props to you, because you were calling him, Bennett Island, and actually, bro, he's pretty good. Like he's fast. In Madden, if you guys play it, you already know that speed, but him with Nate Hobbs with the experience of Nate Hobbs and the talent and experience of Jack Jones, Bennett just shines, man. Because he's just if you challenge him, he ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got to stop being so handsy. But that comes with technique. But man, once that defensive line can pin their ears back, and I know we didn't see that much of it in the game, but like if you really watch that film, daggone Christian Wilkins looked phenomenal. You talking about a guy that just the hand-to-hand combat, just moving like it's almost like a dare I say, it's almost like it reminded me of like a Warren Sapp. Yep.
Just like just a little meatball with good hands that just gets upfield. And I don't know, man.
I'm gonna tell you guys this too about Chris. Is we did a show. It was on the Captain Jack Rackham channel, and Chris wanted Christian Wilkins more than it would have been Chris Jones. That's how much Chris wanted Christian Wilkins. It was on that show. You were like, you even had it. We got it in a short. You're like, yeah, no, I want us to get Christian.
I wanted
Wilkins.
him. Yeah. I wanted him. And I love Chris Jones, because Chris Jones is just a maniac. But I just think for someone that can match up with Max, like a guy that gives maximum effort, that's going to chase the guy down 20, 30 yards downfield, just never give up. Yeah, that was my thought. And then you get someone like Malcolm Kuntz, and now you got Adam Butler.
Hey, come on, man! Give a little credit to my guy Tyree Wilson. Hey, he's better.
No, he has to show me more.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Come on, man.
But he's not
you're
worse.
Impressed? Are you
he's
impressed?
Not worse.
You can't get no worse. He man. Okay. So are you happy with his development so far? Be honest.
I have to be fair and say that I am, because coming from that injury, I'm just saying, like, give him some room, because here's what I'll say. All right. Here you go. JJ McCarthy looked like the next Dan Marino, except for the play that Tyree Wilson rushed them, which then caused the interception that Jack Jones got. I'm just saying, like, I don't think Tyree gets a little credit for him actually be the guy rushing in front of JJ's face to make that terrible throw.
Wasn't that Spillane, though? Wasn't it Spillane?
No, I know that the announcer said Spillane rushed on the other side, but when JJ rolled, if Tyree wasn't there also to go get him, he might have thrown a dart, but instead he threw a pick.
No, he doesn't throw darts. He only throws.
He threw darts against Devonshire.
Nah, because he was beat. He was beat, man. Come on now. You could throw that. You know, Mama Transplant, you know, Mama Angelo could throw that, man. In her heels, her ballroom dancing heels, man. He was wide open. Both touchdowns were wide open. Come on, man. Come
JJ McCarthy's the truth, y'all. Chris just don't like him. No, I'm just messing with Chris because I know he really thought JJ shit. And Chris is a diehard Michigan guy, so I'm just messing with him.
Yeah,
he thought JJ should have stayed one more year. And you know what? I mean, in truth, like the best thing happened to JJ. He's going to be out for a season now. He's going to get developed, and then everybody's going to think he's as good as he was playing against our booty ass third quarter and fourth quarter players. But whatever, man, whatever.
Yeah,
he would. I promise you, he would not have done that in the first quarter.
Of course,
yeah,
of course. We saw what he did against first team corners. We saw it, so it was like. Right. You know, but it is what it is, man. Shout out. Let me give some more love to some people in the chat, man. Shout out to Forrest Widow. He said, give Tyree credit for being on the team. Guys, for real. I mean, he made the team, man. He made the team. Shout out to him, I guess. He said, recipe for success is everybody does their effing job. If we can do that, we're going to shock the league and science the heads. For sure. Shout out, Daniel, man. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Severe say Angelo giving Tyree credit for being tall. see, hey, that's
Severe, man. Stop it, bro.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. Man. Leo said he said JJ was Dan Marino versus the 2s and 3s. Let's see. T Will dummy slow. He a dump truck. Really that. He said give Tyree or give credit Tyree, only one nation. I feel you, man. I love it, man. Let's see. Our backup corners is garbage except for Wu. Shout out to Wu, man. I hope he makes a team. He's so far in the depth chart, but maybe he'll make the practice squad. Listen, Myra said Auntie could throw darts and heels wearing her Louis Vuittons. Oh man. Yeah. So it's I don't know, man. Like I said, and I always tell you know, my syndicate brothers, man, it's like for me with Tyree, it's not necessarily his skill set, because I still feel that with the right coach, they can give him, you know, they can arm him with some more moves in his tool bag that he just doesn't have, because we all know that bull rush is not going to work on everybody. We know that.
Yeah.
But if he can get some more moves, and I think, and that's why I hate the whole thing with Chandler Jones happened, because say what you want about Chandler Jones, but when it comes to being like a technician,
no, he
like
was good.
being like technical at the position, he was very technical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he had the long body, kind of like Tyree. So like I really think that hindered his development. But my thing is like, that was a luxury pick last year. Like we're not good enough to do luxury picks, man. We got to get a guy that can, you know, that can be a difference maker right away, I think. So,
well, what's always going to hurt, I think, to the eyes of the Raiders and the Raider Nation and everybody really is if Tyree Wilson at pick number 7 does not develop to be Javon Curse or somewhat kind of similar.
Which you said he's going to be.
I still am going to stand on it until otherwise, man. I'm still going to say I believe that Max.
Hey guys, clip that. Okay, this guy said,
guys, I don't think the leadership in our team, from Marvin Lewis down to the players, I don't think they're just going to allow a talent like Tyree Wilson go to the wayside. And we're going to have a
problem though. But that's a problem, Angelo. I think it's the mentality. He don't have that dog in him. Like I don't think he like think about Max when he came in. Max had that dog mentality of I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna work my butt off.
I know.
I don't think he has that. If he had that, then I would agree. I'd be like, you know what? Give him a year or two. I don't know, man.
No, so I mean, some people are just built different. And what I'll say about Tyree is, you know, he got used to being the star at Texas, right? And then he got used to being the first round pick, right? So, like I get
Those are
it's
red
I'm not
flags.
trying to give nobody no excuses, but it's kind of
That's
like
exactly what you did.
no. Hey, look, man, look. There's people in this chat room that know that I believe that Shakur Stevenson is probably the best one at that 135 level. They're gonna disagree with me, but a lot of them don't like him because he's not knocking people out. That's funny. That's funny.
See, stay solid. See,
Yeah.
Tyree is a Pharaoh 2.0. See, when I try to say that, people thought I was crazy.
Right.
And then I went even deeper. Pause. I said, and I know it sounds crazy, I still think Arden Key is going to have a better career than Tyree Wilson. I'm
Okay.
going to stand on that. Is the boldest statement I probably have ever made, and
Well,
I stand on it though. And
so
I said
this
this
is,
last year.
If we're not mistaken, this is now year 2 for Tyree, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So year 2 Tyree, if he's still booty going into year 3.
See, you said booty, so that
Okay.
makes me know that he's booty right now.
No. I mean, I'm just saying.
You said still
let me
booty.
rephrase. If you all still think he's booty,
All right.
all right. But I'm just saying, man. I'm giving him a chance. He's a first. It's always going to be tough for us to remember that I wanted CJ Stroud. I remember seeing him here at the fights during that time. I thought we were going to get him. Now, come to find out, there was an actual trade in place,
and they wanted him. Yeah,
they
wanted him.
Dumbass. I mean, so that would make me mad. You're right, Chris. Like I will sit there, and especially, by the way, if our quarterback situation doesn't get fixed in this next year, right? Then that's going to be the one. That's going to be the imagine what could have happened if we didn't pick Tyree Wilson and we would have gotten CJ Stroud. But if Aiden O'Connell pans out to be the guy that's going to take us to the Super Bowl, I know you and my lady don't believe it.
I hope, bro. I hope.
Did you see? You like that video though, Chris? When I was like hyping her up, and I was like, "Yeah, Aiden O'Connell's gonna take us to the Super Bowl."
She was looking at you like,
"Hold on now." She turned to you.
Yeah. Stay solid, man. What's going on? Yes, I am going to the Baltimore game, man, for sure. And everyone that's going to the Baltimore game, one of my throwback players I used to like back in the day, he was only with us for like a year or two, but my man Lamont Jordan is going to be in the building doing autographs and pictures, man. I like Lamont Jordan. I like that was my guy, man. I liked how he ran, man. He wasn't with us that long, but I like Lamont, man. Stay solid. I am going.
When you go to Baltimore, Chris, you already got your tickets, so do you know where you're sitting?
I got some good seats. I'm like in the 3rd or 4th row. I know Jose and Raider Daniel and all them. I think they're they're in a row behind me, I think, in the same section. So we're all gonna be real close to each other.
Now, is it true, Chris? Because I haven't been to Baltimore, so I gotta defer to you. But Derrick Henry was talking up how great the food was in Baltimore, and I was like,
"That's where I'm going."
Baltimore?
Oh,
really?
Crab, like the seafood crab, the crab cakes. Oh man,
it's really good.
Oh yeah, I strategically pick my places I'm going, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the stadium food good? Is the stadium, Baltimore Stadium's food good or not really?
Nah, I don't know. To be honest, I haven't been to the stadium, so it's my first time actually going to that stadium. So
okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. But I think they're a new. Well, I'm trying to think how old that stadium is. I wonder if that's probably their original stadium. Now thinking about it, from when they came back. So I don't know, but we'll see. It said, stay solid. I'm trying to meet all y'all dudes I watch. Y'all help a brother driving these trucks. Now for sure, man. Yeah, we'll I'm gonna be at the, we'll link up once it gets closer to the game, man. I'm gonna go to the Raider parties and kick it, man. So we'll definitely link up, man. Have a drink, my guy. Take a picture.
Hey, speaking of linking up, if you guys are going to the opener, it's a chance for y'all to meet Chris, Leo, rundown, turf.
Fun.
You know, Myra G's putting on a party.
J,
It's going to be
Myra G.
dope. I mean, I wish I could go, but you
Yeah.
know, them doctors, man.
All good though, but I'll be able to see you when I'm in Vegas, though, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure. No, Chris. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure, Chris. I got a whole thing already. Like, yeah, we're definitely seeing each other because I'm trying to get Turf. I hope Turf can make it for Tuesday because I'm trying to go with him to the practice.
Yeah.
And then
I think Leo's gonna be out there too.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay,
Leo,
cool.
I think Leo's about to do a he may. Yeah, I need to get off here because Leo's probably doing
Oh, yeah,
his.
that's right. Yeah. Hey, Leo's about to do what? Let's shut that shot. Is it on his channel?
Actually, Leo, you still in here? You doing your live? But yeah, actually, because it looked like he might still be in here. But yeah, I think Leo going to that one. But you know, but yeah, we definitely got to link up though for sure.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And then yeah, like I'm using this event and then the Tuesday event to kind of see how okay my transplant team would be to let me maybe get tickets for the Niner. You know, like I'm just playing it out. Like I'm trying to tap my toes in there.
Hey, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, man.
You know, so
look,
but
Severe,
I mean,
Severe will be there. Oh yeah, Severe will be there, and Leo will be there.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah. No, Leo, like, hey, Leo and Severe, tell me if you guys don't have your tickets yet, because if you don't, just hit me up, text me.
Yeah, I think Leo got tickets, but yeah, definitely link up with them, man. You know,
yeah, no, for sure, absolutely for sure, man. That would be dope. That would be dope to see everybody. I wish you were coming, Chris. So tell me, you're not coming to Vegas until game
4.
4
against the Browns. Yeah,
the Browns. Okay.
Yeah.
Were those tickets really harsh, or were they okay?
Actually, it's no, I actually got him from one of my guys, man. You know, he kind of looked out for me, man. So yeah,
cool.
so that you know that definitely helps.
Yeah,
so,
no, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then how long you staying for when you come here?
So I'm coming on Friday and leaving Monday.
Okay, so from Friday to Monday, we got a chance for Chris Myra to try balut and Dinaguan.
I'm not doing balut, man. I'm not doing balut. Give me some chicken adobo and all that, and but no balut.
No, I'm just messing with you, Chris. Actually, I got some really cool ideas on where I'm going to take you to just blow your mind, so that you kind of know. You know, you don't want to eat around there. You got to know Henderson and Summerlin. You got to know the real Southern Nevada, so you understand where the food's at.
Yeah, for sure. Myra says she don't even eat that stuff.
That's funny.
For sure.
Hey, Myra. All right, man. Since we're still on, Chris, I'm gonna throw this out. And I just always do this with Chris. So there's this thing that I didn't realize this. I knew the word. There was this dish in the Philippines called papaitan, but I never really understood how it was traditionally for real made. So apparently in the southern region, where they make this dish called papaitan, which is extremely popular. Chris, check this out, man. This kind of reminded me of that movie, The Bucket List, when they were talking about the Copa Luau being the most expensive, greatest coffee in the world, and you end up finding out that it was actually monkey. The way it has to be is the monkey has to crap out the bean, and then you clean the bean. So you drinking monkey bean, the Kopi Luau. So anyway, this dish, Myra, I found out, you probably don't know this, papaitan traditionally is made, and the reason why it's so good is from literally the goat doo-doo. Like the goat doo-doo. And the way the goat doo-doo is, they clean the doo-doo up.
How do you clean it up?
I don't know, man.
Like, how do you clean it up?
I don't know, but you got to be really drunk with a lot of Red Horse in order to try that. But I'm just saying, it's lit. You can look it up, man. I was shocked. I was like, oh damn, I didn't know that's what it was made of.
I'm out. Oh man. But Angelo, man, I really appreciate you, man, stopping through and talking some Raider ball and just tell me your experience, man. Like I said, it was He said, shout out the Red Horse. I know about Red Horse. I do know about Red Horse.
Yeah, no, Chris knows.
Yeah,
Chris
I know
knows.
about Red Horse. But okay, hold on. He said, give me some pancit. Yeah, that's some noodles.
Oh,
right?
I got you. I got
yeah,
you.
no, I like that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's that. That's it. He said, Angelo, you just set us Filipinos back 50 years.
It's a real thing, Myra G. I'm sorry, man. It's a real thing.
Is hilarious. But yeah, man, again, I had a great time, man. I love talking ball with you, man, and I'm glad that you really had a chance to go experience that. Again, I could tell you had fun. I could tell mama had fun, wifey had fun. So and I know you'll have fun with on the next game, you know, or the next practice on the 20th.
No, absolutely. No, and thanks, Chris, man. And again, thanks for always keeping it real. You've always been very consistent. Like I said, guys, if you're listening to the show, like that one dude said about how you keep him going, he's driving trucks, and I mean, that's the real thing about you, Chris, man. Is you're doing it, but you're one of us. Your motivation isn't try to be like a podcast star or nothing like that. Your motivation is literally to bring the community together, and I absolutely love that about you.
Let's talk ball, let's debate. You know, it's all good, man. It's all good. So
yes, sir.
But, man, I really appreciate it, man. But definitely, man, we'll keep in touch as always. Make sure you guys, man, reach out to Angelo on IG, man. He loves talk, especially if you love boxing, if you love MMA. He'll talk to you about that all day, every day.
That's true. That's true.
So, but yeah, man. So I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, man. Thank you guys, man. Thanks you guys for hanging out. Make sure you guys go tap into my boy Leo, aka Cheeto Linus. He's probably on now, man. And then after that, my boy Turf and Rundown. They got a show
7 o'clock.
Yeah, they're doing a collab as well, man. So TRS, we moving today. We moving, man. But salute to everybody. As I always say, you know, players and coaches come and go, but we must always protect the shield. You guys be safe. I love y'all, man. Let's get it.
We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders just